tell me about the feeling that you had that started to come up in your mind when you realized that you needed to go start your own business.
It's a heavy burden. And if there are certainly people who listen to you who feel it, and that's good on you for stopping that conversation, because there's someone out there wondering, I'm a dad, I'm a wife, I'm single. That's such a huge leap, right?
Right.
And I'm never going to be the one person that's like, just go for it. I take risks, but I take calculated risks, right? So you know you have it. If it's burning desire in you, you know what feeling I'm talking about, right? So it starts to eat at me of, I've always known I'm going to be some sort of entrepreneur, right? So after the world of golf, I shouldn't say always known. As I realize golf is starting to shift, I know that I'm going to be an entrepreneur somehow. And looking back, it was always kind of festering in me, especially seeing mom and dad do what they do,
sure,
right? Being the definition of small business owner. So I start to have this feeling, and it's not even I could do it better, but you realize working for someone else, like you can't have every day. I could not continue to work for someone else when I'm like, God, I could be doing, there's so much potential that is not being used. That would probably be the biggest feeling I have, is there's so much potential not being used. And then also I want to see if I can figure this out. Can I figure out how to have my own business? My problem at this point was, I don't know what that is. I don't know what small business I want to start. I just know I want to have my own business.
Are you second? So what I'm hearing is you're sitting in the chair working for somebody, and you are in essence in your mind respectfully second guessing decisions that are being made because you feel like they can be done a different way.
Absolutely.
True or not true?
100%.
Okay. So you're doing that, and in that thought process, you still say, okay, I can do these jobs or this job. I want to go do this on my own. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So tell me about the transition. The transition is the most important thing. The specific question I have is, as you're working at the agency, did you have other clients?
I did.
Okay. So as you're working at the agency, the biggest thing that everybody wants to know and understand is, how did you get your first client? So as you're working at the agency, how did you get that first client?
Yeah. So my sister meets and marries a lawyer. And as a good sister, I start doing marketing for him on the side. Hey, let me help you out, right? Let me look into this. No, yeah, your website's bad. It needs work.
But you don't know anything about lawyers.
I know nothing
Zero.
about lawyers. Not one thing.
A lot of juice, a lot of confidence there. Keep going.
Not one thing. But I'm looking at his contracts. I'm like, what are you paying for? You're really getting, my first reaction is you are getting taken advantage of. You're paying for SEO marketing, which is organic marketing, and you're really just having your website hosted by this company. It happens, come to find out, it happens a lot in the legal industry. So I start to see this. Yeah, absolutely, I can do your marketing. Yeah, at this point, I just want to earn some extra income. Again, the hustler side of me, the golfer side of me is what I say a lot. I can do anything. It's such a solo sport. So I'm like, I can do this. So I start doing his marketing. Well, he shares a building with 2 other lawyers. I go and visit him one day and talk to him about his marketing. It's still not really clicked. This is the thing.
This is what you're doing. I'm a business owner. You don't get it.
I haven't clicked. It has
That's
not clicked.
so funny.
I go to his office and I meet someone in his office. I talk to him. He's, hey, can you do my marketing? Of course I can do your marketing.
Absolutely.
Before month 1 is over with, I'm doing marketing for all 3 in the building. I have all 3.
Go back to that time. How much were you making? How much were you charging those people?
I was charging each of them maybe between $700 and $900. Let's call it $800.
$800 bucks. Mm-hmm. $800 bucks. How much were you making at your job for this other person?
For my job, 52.
So 52. So you're making $2,400 a month. Mm-hmm. So you're still at like 30, maybe a little less than 30 grand. Mm-hmm. Okay. Keep going. This is good.
So I start to do the marketing for the 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
Still working at this other job.
Are you working your face off? Are you working a lot, or is your job demanding?
Yes.
Okay, so your agency life is really demanding.
Very
because you're at the
demanding.
beck and call of all these people.
Very
So
demanding.
your agency life is pretty demanding, but you're also still working these other 3
Correct.
guys. So where does it? I mean, where does it go from there?
So I continue to do marketing for these 3 guys. Continue to have my business, my other job. And say, look, this can't happen. So my husband and I are having the conversation of like, now it's starting to catch on. A couple months in, it's starting to catch on. this could be the thing. And I always felt like, again, for your listeners, I always felt like a small business owner knows what they want to do. Now I have experienced and talked to people and listened to podcasts that many times that's not the case. I know I want to be a business owner. I don't know what that business is or have a very broad picture. And if you are feeling that way, it's okay. It's okay. What I would say is try, experiment. What fuels you? What do you enjoy? What do you have a natural gift in?
That's it. The last one is it.
Yeah.
So there's a huge difference. People think that you have to follow your passion. Passion is a bunch of crap. You have to do what you're good at first. Then at that point, you intertwine your passion in what you're good at.
That's great. That's great.
Because I may love golf, but I suck at golf. So me doing something with golf is probably not great. But I have these skills that I'm really good at. Then if I really want to intertwine that, I can go market for golfers or do whatever. So you got to do something. So you're obviously good at this because people keep hiring you.
Correct.